Council made a motion on the work session minutes for October the 4th.
Motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Need a motion for the regular council meeting minutes on October the 4th.
Motion to
Just a
adopt.
minute,
All in
Mr.
favor?
President, if you'll wait a minute, Mr. Lee had to abstain, so that only gave us 4 votes, so we need to
Okay.
get somebody seated to help us vote the majority on this one. 3 and 6. Okay, if you'll take the vote again.
What now, we got it? Okay, we got a motion on the floor to approve the minutes.
Adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
7 with 1 abstention.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, you're up.
Thank you. We have 2 resolutions that we would like to present tonight, and if I could have Laura Hicks and Melanie Beasley and Ms. Morgan here. Yeah, y'all will come. This is a resolution that we're presenting for Bullying Prevention Month. And this is a pretty important resolution. You know, we always recognize the importance of resolution by the whereases. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 whereases that all say, whereas we shouldn't bully, and whereas it's bad to bully, and bullying is harmful to people and to mental health and things like that. We now get to the now therefore, and it is in the city of Montgomery and encouraging, we do hereby proclaim Bullying Prevention Month in the city of Montgomery and encourage citizens thereof to promote kindness and respect in their homes, schools, neighborhood, and communities. And we present this, and Laura, I know you're going to talk to us about what we all can do to support and prevent bullying.
Yes, briefly, but first I want to present you with a bracelet, a ROCK bracelet. ROCK stands for Respect Others, Create Kindness, and it is a bullying prevention and awareness task force made up of 60 plus members of the community, many of who are here today. And the main thing you want to do is be an upstander and not a bystander. If you see bullying or hear of bullying, or you have a young person that's in your family or your community, or just someone that you're mentoring or that you know, be a listening ear for them and encourage people to tell someone and talk to someone if they've been bullied or if they experience bullying, so that we can help kids who may not have an outlet like we had when we were younger. So respect others and create kindness.
So if you see it, obviously parents or teachers or pastors or police, someone that can, in fact, do something about it, because bullying never leads to anything good.
It doesn't.
So if you see something, say something.
Bullies on the playground are often perpetrators later in life, and Melanie Beasley represents the Family Sunshine Center, who does such great work for that. We also have on our steering committee the Montgomery Public Schools, Community Development Initiatives, and many great organizations like Auburn Montgomery working together along with the United Way and others that are on the task force to work together, because it's a community-wide issue. It's not just teachers that can really work together to prevent bullying. So thank you for the resolution.
Well, let's get a picture with the city council and all the representatives. How
Absolutely.
about that?
Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you so much for your support. Orange is the national.
Florida.
This is great. This is great.
We good? Here we go. They're coming tight.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
You didn't see that part.
Is Mrs. Brunette Terrell happen to be in the audience? Yes. Good. Would you come forward, please? And would Linda Belson? Where's Linda? Brian, where's Linda? Where's she? Oh, there she is. Come on. One is a citizen, and the other is one of our employees. She is a traffic control officer. Come over here if you could, please. Yeah. And why don't you tell them why you're here and why you have these lovely flowers? Would that be good? Thank you. And Linda will stand there and blush while this is going on.
Good evening.
Good evening.
On June 22nd, I worked downtown. I got a phone call that was urgent and traumatic. And getting the phone call, I rushed out of my office. I didn't have any sense of direction as to where I was going or what I was going to do, because the phone call told me that my sister had passed, my identical twin sister had passed. I got the call, I rushed out of the office without telling anyone what was going on or what had happened. I had my keys, that's all I had was my keys in my hand. Ms. Belsa, who is one of the meter patrols, who puts the tickets on the cars, was coming down the street. And at that time, she was the only person visible besides myself. And as she was passing by me, I walked to a car because I was so upset. I was crying. And really, I had just no control over what was going on. I went to a car that wasn't mine. Ms. Belsa asked me, was that my car? And I looked at it and said, no, that's not my car. She said, well, where's your car? And I showed her my car. She said, well, you didn't put any money or meter. I said, that's not my car. She saw that I was upset. And at that time, all I wanted to do was get in my car and try to get to Florida. Ms. Belsa pulled over, came over to where I was standing, asked me to open my car door. I opened my car door, and I sat in my car. She would not allow me to drive my car, and now that I think back, I thank God for it, because I don't know where I would have went or what I would have done at that time, because I was just torn to pieces. She got me, she sat me in my car and talked to me and offered me words of encouragement when I began to tell her about what I had just heard, the phone call I just had. She put her job aside. She put her job aside. We always look at them as being inhuman, but for once, I saw her in a different light. She talked to me, had me to sit in my car. She offered to drive me wherever I needed to go, call whomever I needed to call, or do whatever, because she kept saying, you can't go like this. You can't. After looking back, like I said, I had no control over that situation. But at the time, I thought if I could just get in my car and just drive to Florida as fast as I could, I felt that I could make a difference there. She talked to me and told me about her personal experience she had been through. And she had me to sit there until I could get myself together. And after going through all that I went through, Mahalia Jackson sings a song, If I Can Make a Difference in Someone's Life Along the Way. And I thank God, because she made a difference in my life and perhaps someone else's life had I gotten into my car that day, because I was very upset. I was irrational because I had a situation that was not in my control. And we like to be in control, but I didn't have control of that situation. Afterwards, she talked to me, consoled me, offered to call someone else for me, and I said no. Finally, I got myself together. She offered me water. She said, I'll drive you in my car. And I just thank God that she was willing to put me in the city car to take me wherever she needed to take me, to put the job aside, for we're all human. But oftentimes, we don't take the time because of our job responsibilities to help. or offer a word of encouragement. And in thinking back, I thank God that she just put everything aside and was willing to help me. And she told me, don't worry about your car today. It's gonna be okay. I just need you to be okay. I went back into my job. I did not drive my car. Someone else drove my car home for me that day. I thank God I'm getting better. My twin did pass, but God is in control. I saw her one day, maybe after I came back to work, and she asked me, how are you doing? I was out walking, trying to clear my head once again. And I told her it was getting better. Once again, she offered me some words of encouragement. And in doing so, I just wanted to let her know, let her supervisors know, I appreciate her taking the time to just be concerned enough that she laid her responsibilities of her job aside to make sure that I was okay. And so in doing so, I wrote and asked that we could recognize her. So today, I want to give her these flowers and a card, letting her know I appreciate the kind act that she did for me. Because had she not been there, I don't know what would have happened that particular day. So I thank God for putting her in my path. I thank God for putting her there that day, because she was able at least to console me and to get me to realize that it's nothing that I could do right then. So, and I thank you, Mayor,
Well, thank you.
for allowing me this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've witnessed the best that we have to offer. And Linda, don't go anywhere. Ms. Terrell, thank you so much for taking the time, and please accept our condolences on the passing of your twin sister. But thank you for taking the time to reach out to commend our employees. We've got 2,500 great employees that care, and Linda in this particular place was at the right time, I think, through divine intervention. And Linda, we wanted to present this certificate of commendation to you as a traffic control officer. This certificate is in recognition of your unselfish support to a fellow citizen of Montgomery. Your selfless act of kindness, coupled with your generosity showed towards Bronette Terrell during her time of grief, demonstrates the strong sense of compassion and civic duty shared by so many City of Montgomery employees. You are to be commended for your act of kindness. On behalf of the City of Montgomery, we offer our gratitude to you and extend best wishes in all of your future endeavors. So congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. I understand we have a little blitz.
Yes, sir. Need to
in
go
the,
back.
Let's go back and reapprove the council minutes for the, okay. I need a motion to approve the council minutes for the October the 4th.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Okay, now we're clear on that part. Now I'd like to call Mr. Burkett for 2 recognitions.
Okay, well, my apology for being late getting up here in my seat, but I do want to recognize the gentleman who's supposed to have brought the prayers to me, brought the prayers to you before Mr. Jenray stole the thunder. But I want to recognize Randy Lee Weaver Jr. He's from Troop 603. Randy, come up to the podium. Although he didn't get an opportunity to bring the prayer, but he does have a redeemable slip, so he'll do it on the next time. Thank you, Joe.
And you had some. All right, Mr. Larkin, you got somebody, Mr. Mitchell, you wanted to recognize him?
Yes, I can do that now. Mr. Mitchell, would you like to? Mr. Mitchell is a district resource officer with Montgomery Public Schools, along with his colleagues here, who are also district resource officers. They have a total number of 4, I believe. Is it 4 or 5 of them? It's 5 of them, and their responsibility is to make sure that our children are in school every day, and to find out if they're not in school, to find out the reasons why. They make home visits. They make court appearances. They run the gamut of what needs to be done to be certain that our children have the fewest number of unexcused absences as possible in school. So, Mr. Terrence Thomas, Mr. Arande Mitchell, Miss
Nicole Dalloway.
Yes.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon. Like you said, my name is Terrence Q. Thomas, and I'm a district resource officer for Montgomery Public Schools. I want to open by saying that my mom always told me when I was young. She said, if you continue to do what you've always done, you only get what you always got. So therefore, at NPS, in the Student Support Department, we decided to do things a little differently. So in addition to the incentive program that we have in place, we also decided to make a video. And this video, we want to see, hopefully we can get it on TV, make commercials and things like that, but it talks about helpful tips that your parents and kids can do so in order for them to go to school, to be at school on time, and to be to school every day. So we want to get this word out throughout the whole community. Our goal is to have it playing at Crampton Bowl, and that way it can get to the kids and the parents all at one time. So it's a great video, and I think we're ready to show it. Did you know that missing more than 9 days of school each school year can prevent a student from staying on track to graduate? Regular school attendance has a big impact on the academic success of a student. Here's what you can do to help. Number 1, make school attendance a priority in your home. Know your school's attendance policy. Let your child know that going to school is expected.
2, set a daily routine. Set aside time with your child to communicate when homework should be done, what time they should go to bed, and what time they are expected to wake up and be ready for school.
Number 3, don't let your child stay at home unless they are truly sick. If your child is running a fever, has a cold that is contagious, or under a doctor's care, they need to stay home. But minor ailments are not a reason to stay home from school.
Number 4, develop backup plans for getting your child to school in the event of an emergency. Call a family member, a neighbor, or another parent to make sure they arrive at school on time.
Number 5, track your child's academic progress and school attendance by logging in to iNow. This is a great way to monitor their absences and tardies, assignments and grades, and contact your child's teachers. School attendance is important. For more information on how you can help, call the District Resource Officers at 334-269-3774.
The lights went out.
Right now, Mr. Mitchell is passing out a data sheet. Since we started our initiative program, we have some schools that attendance has actually decreased. Some of our schools like Johnson, Crump, McKee. We're just trying to go into the schools and just show our faces, at some of our zone schools to show that, hey, please come to school. We are standing out there in the morning time, evening time. One of our schools, Johnson, they do a competition where each grade level see at the end of each 9 weeks to see, who's going to get the prize at the end of the 9 weeks, like a pizza party or maybe a trip to the movies or maybe have a popcorn party or anything like that. But we are definitely trying to make sure that our kids come to school every day. So that's our main goal. We are truancy officers. Also, we also have 2 officers that comes with us daily to home visits. If we have students that don't come to school, we definitely have 2 officers that ride around with us during the day from 9 to 2 to help us to make sure, encourage the students and the parents to make sure that they come to school.
Police officers? Police officers?
Yes.
Okay.
MD, MPD.
And how can we help you?
We're trying to, Mr. Mitchell had a program, I'm gonna let him tell you about that he had last year where he gave students $50, and it was 19 of them from Brubaker Primary.
They say a picture is worth $1,000, so I'll put up my picture. This is the picture of me last year, giving away $50 to 19 students. And like I said, I want to do that this year, but we want to expand it to 4 more schools, giving us a total of 5 schools. So that's why I was asking each city councilman for $500.
Okay. That's what I hear. Okay, thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
I'd just like to give some special commendation. And Ms. Dalloway, please forgive my senior moment and not being able to recall your name right away. But when Mr. Mitchell did this last year, he actually out of his own pocket gave 19 students $50 each. And I said to him, you should not be doing that out of your own pocket. We ought to be able to help you in some way with that. So I encouraged him to go to the Montgomery County Commission and to come to the Montgomery City Council to ask for support. And I do believe that you've already received support from the Montgomery County Commission.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Larkin.
Yes, sir.
How much support?
Well, Mr. Mitchell requested that each of the council members pledge $500 from the contingency fund, and I would...
How much did the county support?
Well, the county, I think, what was it, 2,500?
Yeah, same thing, $500
Yes.
apiece.
Yes,
Okay.
$500 from each county commissioner.
Just out of curiosity, who would we be giving this to?
It would be given to Montgomery Public Schools
Yes, Department of Student Support.
with the Office of Student Support Services.
Okay. Okay.
Well, let me ask a question, Mr. Mitchell. How do you know it's going to be enough? I mean, wouldn't you want to know how many students you have first?
Well, what I did last year, I went in front of the whole 4th grade, and I challenged every one of them. So if I fell short, I knew I would have, so I could get some help. So my thing is, if I have too many, I'm elated. But if I don't have any, I'm sad. So I want more than I can pay for. So that's why I'm coming to the city council this year.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, first item. Or hold it.
Mr.
Special
Pre-
committee reports, any committees? Okay, first item.
Mr. President, item 1, mayoral veto of resolution number 189-2016 regarding the perfume collections and in-style at East El Mall.
Need a motion to uphold veto?
Move to uphold.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Item 2, resolution authorizing mayor to execute third amendment to project agreement between City of Montgomery, County of Montgomery, Industrial Development Board, and Hyundai Power Transformers.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Move to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
Have motion to adopt, all in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 3 is now moot and withdrawn.
Withdrawn.
Item 4, resolution revoking business license for failure to pay sales tax and authorizing a show cause hearing for Brian Moore doing business as Tender Chick, 5951 Atlanta Highway.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Move to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Thank you.
Unanimous.
Need a motion to,
Motion to adopt.
all in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 5, resolution revoking business license for failure to pay sales tax and authorizing a show cause hearing for Jesse Buckner doing business as Smooth Vapor at 6536 Atlanta Highway.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 6 is in compliance and withdrawn. Item 7, application for a lounge retail liquor license Class 1 by The Mansion LLC doing business as Sky Bar at 3627 Debbie Drive.
This is a public hearing. Is a representative of the Sky Bar here? Yes, ma'am. Please come forward. Your name for the record, please.
I'm Melinda Futrell.
Okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I declare the public hearing's been held. It's proper for the council. Mr. Bell? Mr. Green?
Move to suspend the rules.
Have a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous?
Move to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Good luck with your business.
Okay, thank you.
Item 8, application for a lounge retail liquor Class 1 license by Bombers Pub and Grill LLC, doing business as Bombers Pub and Grill, 2015 Congressman Dickinson Drive.
Representative Bummers Pub here, please. Your name for the record, sir?
Todd Reeves, manager.
Okay, Mr. Reed. This is a public hearing. Anyone want to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I declare the public hearing's been held. It's proper for the council. Mr. Lyons?
Move to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous?
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is
Good luck with
adopted.
business.
Thank you.
Item 9, application for a lounge retail liquor Class 2 package license by Sweet LLC, doing business as City Tobacco and Beverage, 1614 South Decatur Street.
Your representative here of City Tobacco and Beverage. Your name for the record, please.
I'm Kim Folsom.
Okay, Ms. Folsom. You the operator?
No, I'm not. I'm representing him. He's out of the country right now.
Okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone would like to speak against this item, please come forward. You have one spokesman, and then we'll let, Sarah, you want to speak? Okay, how many people you got that are opposing this? Please stand. Okay, all right. We've had numerous calls already. I think our ears are already cauliflowered on this deal. Okay, you want to, one of you can speak. Put that in record.
Thank you. I'm Brandon Brazil at 454 Clanton Avenue. I live 3 doors down from where this this business is located. I've been a resident since 1998 and in this house since 2000. The neighborhood has a lot of concerns and the residents have a lot of concerns. One of the concerns is parking. There's 6 parking spots in front of this store, and if you know liquor stores, there's a high traffic volume at most of them. 2, noise. We already have a lot of noise pass-through traffic from the Citgo adjacent. We don't need more noise at night at weird hours. 3, trash. We already have trash up and down the streets, and Mr. Larkin can attest because he lives down the street, how many cans and litter are strewn on the streets. The most important thing is this property, or this project, would abut our 800 house historic district. We've worked hard to preserve our property values. We have churches, we have 2 day schools. So we think basically that this is not the right place for this project, nor an appropriate use of this property for our neighborhood and the adjacent neighborhoods over in Cloverdale and the Garden District.
Okay, thank you. You want to speak for it or against it? No. Against. I think if you all, I think we saw that. I don't think we need, you going to say anything different? You going to say anything different?
I'm representing the Cloverdale, Iowa.
Okay, come on. Okay, you're against it too, okay. All right. I declare the public hearing's been held. It's proper for the council. Mr. Larkin?
Mr. President, I think that the opposition to this is fairly well documented. I have had a number of telephone calls and numerous emails in the last several days opposing this application, and based on the overwhelming amount of opposition to the granting of this application, I am compelled as the council representative to recommend that this not be approved.
I need a motion to suspend the rules.
Move to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous?
Motion to deny.
Motion to deny. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is denied.
Motion denied.
Item 10, resolution reappointing Cindy L. Yarborough to the Montgomery Clean City Commission.
Mr. Pruitt? Move to suspend the rules. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous?
Move to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 11, pursuant to Section 1153B1 Code of Alabama, authorization of demolition of an unsafe structure at 3065 Dudley Street.
Need a motion to uphold?
Move to uphold.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Item 12, authorization of demolition of an unsafe structure at 611 Grove Street.
Motion to uphold.
Move to uphold.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Item 13, authorization of demolition of an unsafe structure at 462 McKinney Street.
Move to uphold.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Item 14, authorization of demolition of an unsafe structure at 1312 Peach Street.
Move to uphold.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Item 15, authorization of demolition of an unsafe structure at 4300 Rainbow Road.
Move to uphold.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. 16, authorization of demolition of an unsafe structure at 1621 Sanford Street.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
I have been in touch with the owner of this property, and she desires to have an opportunity to present a plan to salvage this property at 1621 Sanford Street.
So you want to carry it over?
So I would like to carry this over.
Okay. 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks would be fine.
Carry over.
The next new meeting. Item 17, authorization of demolition of an unsafe structure at 2543 Todd Road.
Need a motion?
Move to uphold.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. 18, authorization of demolition of an unsafe structure at 120 West Woodland Drive.
Need a motion?
Move to uphold.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Item 19, resolution declaring public nuisances, authorizing abatement and assessing cost of abatement of public nuisances on various lots.
Move to uphold.
Need to suspend the
You
rules.
need to
Suspend the rules.
suspend the rules first. Motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Okay. All right.
Mr. President, I have before y'all your contingency funds.
Okay.
For District 3, $500 to Montgomery Working Women's Network, $500 to Bell's Essential Services, and $500 to Montgomery Public Schools Truancy Project. District 5, $1,000 to Southern Meadows Ridgecrest Neighborhood Association, $1,000 to Brentwood Neighborhood Association, $1,000 to Seth Johnson Neighborhood Association. For District 7, $1,500 to ACTS CDC.
Okay. I'd like to add from District 9, ACT CDC, $500. Montgomery Ballet, $500. And the Montgomery Public School Truancy Program, $500. Anybody else?
500 for all of those?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay.
Mr. President, District 7 would like to do 500 Montgomery Ballet and 500 to the MPS Truancy Initiative Program.
Anybody else?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to give Montgomery Ballet $500, the truancy program, MPS, $500, and ACT, $500.
Okay.
I would also like to add 500 for the truancy program also, for my contingency fund.
Okay, anybody else?
Mr. President, I do have a couple more that I would like to add.
Mr. Mark?
The Chisholm Improvement Association, $500. The Montgomery Area Council on Aging, $500. And the ACTS CDC, $500.
One more. District 4, $500 to truancy, and $500 to Haver Road Community Center.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
$500 to MPS Truancy Program. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Need a motion to adopt that, approve that?
Move to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Okay, got anything else?
No, sir, that's all I have.
Okay, on our non-agenda public communication roster, I have Antonio